Today, we're diving into the life of one of history's most legendary figures, Alexander the Great. Known for his unmatched military genius, vast empire, and a legacy that echoes through the ages, Alexander's story is one of ambition, strategy, and conquest. So, who was Alexander the Great, and what made him such a monumental figure in world history? Let's find out. Alexander was born in 356 BC in the ancient city of Pella, in what is now Greece. His father, King Philip II of Macedon, was a formidable ruler who expanded his kingdom significantly. His mother, Olympias, was a princess from Epirus, and she made sure Alexander knew from a young age that he was destined for greatness. Even as a child, Alexander showed exceptional intelligence and ambition. He was tutored by none other than Aristotle, one of the greatest philosophers of all time. Under Aristotle's guidance, Alexander developed a deep love for philosophy, science, and literature knowledge that would later influence his leadership. When Alexander was just 20 years old, tragedy struck. His father, King Philip II, was assassinated, and the young prince ascended to the throne. But Alexander's rise to power wasn't without challenges. He had to quickly secure his rule over Macedonia, dealing with uprisings, rebellion, and political instability in Greece. Despite his youth, Alexander was already an accomplished military leader. He swiftly crushed internal revolts, solidified his rule, and turned his attention outward to the Persian Empire, the largest and most powerful empire of the time. At the age of 21, Alexander set out on a campaign that would change the course of history. He crossed into Asia Minor in 334 BC, defeating the Persian forces in a series of brilliant battles. His first major victory came at the Battle of the Granicus, where he demonstrated his military genius by outsmarting the larger Persian forces. Over the next few years, Alexander continued to crush the Persians at the Battle of Issus and the Siege of Tyre, even taking the Persian king Darius III's family hostage. With each victory, Alexander's empire grew, stretching across modern-day Turkey, Egypt, Iran, and Iraq. He declared himself Pharaoh of Egypt and founded the city of Alexandria, which would become a center of learning and culture. By 330 BC, Alexander had conquered the Persian Empire and, driven by an insatiable desire for more, he pushed eastward into India. But in 326 BC, he faced his toughest challenge yet, the Battle of the Hydaspes against the Indian king Porus. At the Battle of the Hydaspes, Alexander faced war elephants and an enemy who knew the terrain. Despite these odds, Alexander's tactics won the day, and he emerged victorious. However, after this battle, his soldier sex-horsed after years of fighting refused to march further east into India, marking a turning point in Alexander's conquests. Alexander was forced to turn back, but by then he had created the largest empire the world had ever seen, stretching from Greece to Egypt all the way to India, a span of over 3 million square miles. In 323 BC, at the age of 32, Alexander fell ill and died in the city of Babylon. His sudden death shocked the world. There were many rumors surrounding his death: poisoning, a fever, or even a mysterious illness. But the impact of his death left his empire in turmoil. After his death, his empire was divided among his generals, known as the Diadochi, and eventually fractured into several Hellenistic kingdoms. But Alexander's influence lived on. His military tactics became the standard for generations of soldiers, and his vision of a united, culturally diverse empire shaped the world in profound ways. Alexander didn't just conquer land, he spread Greek culture far and wide, a period known as the Hellenistic era. Greek language, art, philosophy, and architecture spread across the vast territories he conquered, influencing countless civilizations. The cities he founded, like Alexandria, became hubs of knowledge, philosophy, and science. His name lives on in cities, landmarks, and even in our popular culture today, from books to movies to video games. Alexander the Great is remembered not just for his conquests, but for how he reshaped the ancient world and set the stage for the rise of new empires. So, who was Alexander the Great? He was a visionary, a conqueror, and a leader whose legacy still resonates in history. His drive for greatness and the mark he left on the world is a testament to the power of ambition and the impact one person can have on the course of human civilization. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into history's most fascinating figures. And let me know what other historical personalities do you want to learn about next.